There's enough new mobile games on the horizon to keep you glued to your screen until the apocalypse. I mean, the pile of new games is just massive. We kind of made sure of that. However, here are 13 brand new games that are headed to your Android and iOS December 2025, some even coming out in just a few more days. Alright, first things first, Rust Mobile finally locked in a date for its first closed beta, and it's actually happening next month. From December 11 to 13, y'all can just simply jump in and see how well your phone's gonna survive this whole Rust experience. Pre-downloads even start December 9 and sign-ups are already open right now. Furthermore, if you're actually interested, the beta brings a bigger map, like 30% bigger, multiple survival modes, everything from hardcore to like gentler, softcore training wheels. There's even gonna be a quick 4v6 territory clash mode if you just want to fight instead of farming. If you want in, just go ahead and sign up on Rust Mobile's website, links down in the description.
Hello, old friend. It's been a long time.
You all know by now that Red Dead Redemption is ready onto mobile through Netflix, and it still hits like a dream coming true after talking about the game for nearly 1.5 decades. Good news is that there's actually nothing left to release, it's just a week from now. Classic Rockstar shooting duels, horses with better AI than some humans, and great sunsets. You know, the old Deadeye slow motion like the second Red Dead game, plus it'll have the DLC Undead Nightmare bundled in if you want zombies with your tumbleweed. Free upgrades actually, the ability to carry over the game progress and a number of enhancements on mobile for full immersion. In fact, this game has been a hidden gem for 15 years and the comeback era is one of the greatest things happening to gaming on the go in 2025.
Maps, level up powers, kill monsters.
Punkel's back at it again too, this time announcing Vampire Crawlers, the studio's first big Vampire Survivor spin-off, technically swapping Bullet Hell for a 3D dungeon crawling deck builder. This game is coming to iOS and Android, and no, they swear it's definitely not Balatro. You're gonna be building decks of weapons, items, and even fellow survivors, then chain combos is still managed to melt your screen, so yeah. These developers' signature action is still alive and well, the release date is late 2025 or whenever it's ready, but once it's out, you're gonna be having the old classic Punkel energy. Familiar styles, a 3D world, and enough effects to roast your phone batteries. Alright, here's something you should definitely know. Whirlwind's Meat is actually finally hitting to mobile December 31st. Honestly, a little over a month in data as opposed to its console and PC counterparts is nothing bad. We thought it'd actually go up to March 2026 at some point. Now the game itself already feels like one of those that'll just melt your phone on sight, of course. And after pulling in over 2 million players on PC and console, it's pretty clear that people are here for the world, the wall running, the big dramatic sword swings, basically everything you secretly wish you could do in real life. The world's looking gorgeous, story is classic, and honestly, if the mobile version keeps even half of its style and fluid combat, this is gonna be one of 2025's biggest hitters. It's been a pretty long wait, but Monument Valley 3 is finally coming home, and it is bringing a little extra beauty with it as well. The game is going to be returning to iOS and Android December 3, complete with the Garden of Life, a free expansion that has a few more chapters to the old campaign. Art feels softer this time, structures are better, paths twisting like veins and whatnot, and everything just moves with that old calm, dreamlike rhythm the series is known for. It's still overall a kind of a wordless storytelling at its best, built around touch, sound, and perspective. It's a quite clever and beautiful. Make sure to keep it in mind. Coming up behind that at number 6, it's the game Might and Magic Fates, the card game. It's a strategy card game, you all know. It says basically, what if centuries of fantasy lore were all weaponized in your deck? It's kind of Ubisoft's big swing at reviving the Might and Magic universe, mixing old school factions like Heaven and Necropolis with new RPG style, hero progressions. Every match feels like chess with fireballs, all about timing, synergy, and flexing. You can battle solo, go PvP of course, or just spend hours crafting the perfect deck while pretending it's not going to be a pay to win. Definitely shaping up to be the next obsession for tacticians. Is fully coming out December 10 now. Palworld Mobile is officially coming with an alpha test later on in the year. Think of this game also as a Pokemon meets survival crafting, but like the twist is your adorable little pals here can wield guns. I mean, why not? Open world exploration, battling, building are all on the table, and craft on promises it'll mirror the PC chaos while leaning slightly, cartoonish. Details are scarce, but the G-Star show will finally give us a proper look. If you've ever wanted to breed, craft, and accidentally farm a Pikachu with a rifle, get hyped. Palworld's about to make that a mobile reality soon. Highly likely by the end of the year. One of the most talked about PC games of the past few years also is finally heading to mobile this December. This is just a quick reminder, developers just announced it officially through mobile stores, announcing it's a $8 purchase and it'll play with a controller and of course offline. Planet of Lana is a poetic, tense, and pretty smart platformer game, basically a stealthy, puzzle-filled stroll through a alien art gallery here. And despite being a 3-year-old game with a sequel in the making right now, I think this is not dissimilar to many other platformers, but it's certainly one to watch and play on the go as well. Well, with that being said, Maneater is finally swimming onto mobile, and frankly, it'll come up as one of the most unhinged open world action RPGs you're ever gonna get on mobile, because you're a shark. I mean, look, you start as a tiny little bull shark pup story-wise, you get traumatized by a dude named Scaly Pete, and then spend the rest of the game climbing the food chain one bite at a time. 7 regions, humans with questionable life choices, egg packs, predators, and someone narrating every crime that you do like it's a reality show. Go ahead and pre-register now before December 15 sneaks up and eats you. The game will be offline and of course, one that supports a controller. Cult of the Lamb is finally waddling onto iOS, the arcade edition. Apparently Apple looked at the cold management rogue slasher and said, yeah, this belongs next to Fruit Ninja. It's a full game plus all the free expansions with a few exclusive follower forms and decorations, because Apple loves exclusive almost as much as gamers hate missing content, and it runs on everything: iPhone, iPad, Mac, and even the Vision Pro if you want to sacrifice followers in VR like an absolute maniac. The game is going to be coming out December 4th, giving Apple Arcade at least one game that ain't really a match 3 in disguise. Check it out. Drive Rally is finally sliding onto iOS this December, bringing its 90s soap rally charm straight to your pocket. This is a full PC experience, so no cuts, no mobile edition excuses. You're gonna be getting over 600 kilometers of stage across mud, snow, gravel, and just everything in between. Plus 25 iconic retro-inspired cars that you can tune, polish, and absolutely yeet around corners. It's got championships, free roaming, photo mode, even local party mode, all there. If you just grew up loving old school rally, this is basically Christmas arriving on 4 wheels, December 10th. Total War finally realized we all play on our phones now, so Napoleon is marching straight onto mobile soon. And honestly, after Farewell nailed Rome, Medieval 2 and Empire, this one actually feels like the natural, yeah, of course, they're doing this step for them. It's a full game too, the campaign, all factions, all the famous battles you pretend to know in history class. Touch controls are supposedly adapted, which usually means good enough, but at least they kept keyboard mouse support for the 5 psychos who will use it on a tablet. Basically, it's classic Total War, shrunk down, polished up, and somehow still better than most modern PC releases in 2025.
Will be the end of me.
On the other hand, Duck Detective The Ghost of Glampings is aiming mobile this November 27, not even December, and we think it'll either end up as a perfect cozy mystery game to play or a expensive disaster. However it turns out, this sequel basically keeps pretty much everything you loved about the original, the animation, the Paper Mario style comedy voice acting, and the mystery that starts cute and quietly sharpens into something smarter than you'd expect. If you'd want a funny, beautifully animated mystery you can finish in an evening, this one's gold. The whole game is you, the duck, connecting the dots and solving cases. Great short adventure game, this time actually coming out as developers promised with improvements. And last but not least, a game we've talked about on the channel before a few times already, PlayDigious now has a release date of December 31st as well. Technically coming out on holidays, of course. Just a shame that good developers didn't really include many, but those of you already tested it know it's a damn fine platformer. It's basically Dead Cells and Katana Blade Zero, like drowned in a world that's half a cyberpunk and other half a classic retro sci-fi story. Definitely messy. You've got the option to pick up one of the few characters. It's got boss fights, many bosses, you're gonna be dying a lot, but then learning. Definitely addictive. Keep it in mind, this one's gonna be an absolute gem.